Warning, the following video does not have any personal attacks to anyone mentioned in the video, or gorillas. A couple of days ago, fellow GTA Online content creator TGG uploaded a series of tweets to his Twitter asking Rockstar for once again more communication, but this time it wasn't the same kind of tone, not like he was asking in the days before that to actually get some community managers, which for those who don't know, Rockstar does actually have community managers. They just, I don't know what exactly that they're doing, but they are watching what's happening in the community, at least so I was told a couple of years ago. It just doesn't really show because they don't typically tend to do anything, considering that most of the time when it comes to communication inside of a Rockstar fanbase, it is here's a wall, on the right side is Rockstar, on the left side we are, and sometimes Rockstar will throw a crumb of content our way so we can keep being fed and praise the wall in front of us, because that's sometimes really how it feels. But TGG was basically saying normally when it comes to like public announcements, you tend to use your newswire or go through like big media outlets like IGN. Well, if anything, mostly through IGN. Rockstar also tends to use their fan sites when it comes to new releases, but generally speaking, those fan sites don't really tend to be all that critical of Rockstar as a whole, because why bite the hand that feeds you? Rockstar sends some exclusive screenshots ahead of time of the release of a new game, and generally speaking, you know, they're wanting to have their sweet follow and their sweet likes and retweets from their daddy Rockstar. Now, I know part of this is just me, you know, kind of goofing around, but nothing could be further from the truth. I have personally also been on this, you know, favorable list where I get sent t-shirts and, you know, get sent, oh, hey, happy new year and that sort of stuff from Rockstar and da-da-da-da. While it is a very cool thing to get as a fan of the game, if it does mean that you can no longer be criticizing some of the stuff that they do within their games or just as policies as a whole, and then suddenly before you know it, you see Twitter blowing up with fan sites getting all this stuff, and you're like, okay, I guess I'm no longer on the list. It does make you kind of wonder how an idea like TGG over here has for it to actually work, because it clearly shows from that the content creators who are criticizing Rockstar are probably not going to be on their favorable list. And thus, if you are going to be a content creator trying to build trust within the community, there's probably going to be a few rules and or ways that Rockstar would like you to do it, which in turn might turn your audience against you, thinking that you're going to be a shill because of the fact that Rockstar is feeding you exclusive information, etc, etc, etc. Because then you will become the person that will be why bite the hands that feeds you. And one thing I'd like to inject here too is that Rockstar actually has sent out early codes for Red Dead Redemption 2 around this release time. This was literally days before, where people were able to download the game and have it ready to then be able to start playing it at a certain time. Sadly, some of the people within that then started playing it and uploading content early, so that bridge I think has also kind of been burned, at least for those players. It allowed people like myself and many other people to play the game at an early time and have content ready for whenever the embargo would lift. But like I said, some people decided to take the opportunity to start uploading it early for some additional views, likes, and subscribers and stuff. Now, in the defense of TGG here, I do see and I do agree with some parts as to why this would be a good thing. If you are a viewer of GTA Online content or just Rockstar content as a whole, I think most of us will choose to just watch a video, so one of their favorite creators will basically kind of give their take at the same time about what exactly is going on with the news. Let's say, for example, a new DLC for GTA Online has come out. Everyone is more within their right to go to the newswire and read everything for themselves. But generally speaking, if I'm just speaking for myself, because I'm gonna make it very obvious here, I don't watch any other GTA Online content creators, I'm under the assumption that as a viewer, if I upload a video about a new DLC and kind of just summarize the whole thing rather than, you know, having all the PR talk and whatnot dabbled in between there with a newswire post and kind of giving you a no bullshit summary of what exactly the content is likely going to be for the next DLC. Then I give you my opinions about it and kind of give you like an overall view and vibe of what the DLC is going to be like without all the bullshit. Obviously, I personally benefit from the fact that I make these kind of videos. Typically, when there's a new DLC announced, the views for those videos are a lot higher than a regular upload would be. Certain topics and certain things that I upload to the channel I know will do well. For example, if I make a video that criticizes Rockstar and will tell them like, hey, you know, if you do a certain thing like this, it will be benefit for the game, or discussing something that happened in the game lately to kind of highlight issues and that sort of stuff. That type of content, that to me seems like it would kind of go against the idea that GTG has here, because of the fact that you're effectively kind of trying to be a spokesperson in a way, but at the same time, like, there has to be a better dynamic, I personally feel, that we should have between content creators as well as Rockstar itself, because I feel that both parties can benefit from a more closely knit kind of relationship, if you will. Content creators could be a fantastic way of sharing your latest updates or some previews of your game and that sort of stuff, like literally anyone in the gaming industry is doing right now. If you look at Fortnite, Call of Duty, Destiny, the amount of times that there's a new DLC or there's a new thing coming, and through content creators they are being shown off, it's kind of really cool to see that those content creators are getting that opportunity. Another cool thing obviously is the fact that viewers are able to get it early, but also get an impression from someone who is hopefully genuine. But the problem with that, again, as a content creator, are you going to bite the hand that feeds you? If you see something that is not entirely great, how are you going to react to it, right? Are you going to keep pulling up the smile and pretend everything is great? Or are you going to wait until, you know, a couple of months later when you finally are going to say, yeah, when I played it, it wasn't that great? It's a very complicated situation, and I think Rockstar might have considered it once or twice, but generally speaking, I don't really think it's going to happen. Rockstar very much is stuck within their ways, because the current way that they're doing things is working. They don't have to do all this fancy stuff with content creators and whatnot. Hell, they even stopped doing live streams because they don't need them, or they just simply don't want to do them. I don't know. It also might have to do with the fact that the last time they did it, they got invaded by PC modders, and they still didn't fix the game. So overall, I think the TGG has the right idea here. I think primarily where content creators will kind of fit in this scenario is kind of being like a voice of the community, which I've always tried to be anyways. Like when I upload those discussion videos, it's mostly just to kind of zoom in and highlight on an issue, which I think if that were to be improved or fixed in a certain type of way, that would benefit the game. But obviously, sometimes it kind of feels like it's falling on deaf ears, even though the vaulting of content ideas seems to have gotten through, which was cool. Regardless, those are some of my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, become a member like Chloe, KFC Chicken, Not Fatigue, and GTA Plus. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.